talking with Jeff Badkin, Executive Director, Wesley Mission, Brisbane. Jeff, there's a lot of discussion today about the ageing of the population and the ageing of the workforce. What does this mean for you in your role as the Executive Director here at Wesley Mission, Brisbane?
It's actually a great opportunity as well as a challenge. It's a great opportunity in terms of the value of the people within this Wesley Mission team are considerable in terms of the people who have the age and the experience and the commitment to this organisation. But it's also a risk in terms of how do we actually plan for our workforce for the future and ensure that we have a balanced workforce of people of all different ages and stages of life. Well, it's very real for me actually, because I'm one of those people over 55. What does it mean? What we have to do as an organisation is recognise the incredible wisdom and talent and commitment of the people who are older than 55 in this organisation. Do everything we possibly can to provide flexible working arrangements, have conversations with them so that we can understand what their needs and change of life circumstances are bringing, and do everything we can to support them to continue to give their very valuable contribution to Wesley Mission as and for as long as they would like to do that. Well, the whole aim of staying on is to do exactly what you were just talking about, which is actually engaging people in conversations. If you actually talk with people, find out what their particular circumstances are, and actively engage in terms of planning with them as well as our organisation, I'm absolutely convinced that we will get a strong match for the future and keep as many of our valuable staff as we possibly can for as long as each individual staff member wants. Well, probably starting off, the most important thing is for all our staff to be active, healthy, and we focus as much as we possibly can on the well-being of each individual person. So what we need to do in order to keep our very, very valuable older workforce in particular, have the individual conversations with each person, understand what their needs are, try and match that as best we can with the needs of particular parts of the organisation, whether it's an aged care facility, with shift arrangements, look at the possibility of even working from home as is appropriate, and tailor individual working circumstances that work for us as an organisation but also for each individual staff member. Age friendly is all about, again, recognising that the heart and the soul and the hands and the feet of this organisation, we support over 100,000 people each year in need in Queensland. So an age friendly workforce is actually recognising that we can't do that without a balanced workforce, and particularly a workforce that has the skill and the experience to actually engage with people at all ages and stages of life. Age friendly is what we need to do in order to carry out our mission.
Jonathan, if you've got a significant number of staff who are over the age of 55, let alone over the age of 60, what's your thinking about the sort of support that they'd be needing from you as an employer?
One thing that I'm very conscious of is the value that we have in knowledge, and with the group that I manage, the commitment to the organisation as well through the longevity of their employment. So I need to consider how I can offer those people some flexibility around their working life, and even considering their move through to retirement, so that it suits their needs and the needs of the organisation.
One of the things that we know is that many older workers don't find it comfortable or easy to talk to their employer about the things that are happening for them at this life stage. What would be your hope from implementing the Staying On program?
I'm conscious that we do a lot of physical work, and as much as some people might not want to admit it, with age comes some physical limitations at times, So I don't think it's a case of just expecting the same of a person's physical ability as they get a bit older. Having said that, there's no less value in anyone to the organisation because of that.
Thanks, Jonathan. You've got one of your more mature age staff members here. Let's see what is important to you, John. At your stage in life, what is it that you're looking for from this organisation?
I just like to be able to come to work and do my whole day's work. I enjoy working here and not go home grumpy and say that, oh geez, you know, I hate working in this place, but I'm earning $1. I don't want to be like that. I'd prefer to just come to work and enjoy my day and go home and say I've had a good time, and that's how I'd like to do it for years to come yet.
One of the things that we know is that many older workers don't find it comfortable or easy to talk to their employer about the things that are happening for them at this life stage. What would be your hope from implementing the Staying On program?
At a later years down the track, maybe doing, as we say, part-time, 2-3 days a week, something like that, and gradually work down to doing nothing here, of course, but you know, just work my way down, slowly down.
Jonathan, you've just heard one of your staff talk about this stage in their life, what's important to them, some of the things that worry them. Have you got any reflections on that?
John just talking there sort of indicated to me that when he was asked about what he needed of the organisation, it caused him to pause and think a little bit, which is the impression I get, and that is that John didn't have a whole lot of ideas about what sort of flexibilities might be available, even though there will be some that he would find useful. The other thing certainly is that you know, that transition rather than retirement, you know, is likely to be of interest to all of the group of guys that are mature age that work for me.
And thanks to you, Jonathan. So Jan, can you give me some of your own insights?
Well, I think the benefits to staff across the board is to help the staff achieve a work-life balance. And if we can help staff achieve a work-life balance, that should work for Wesley Mission as well, by reducing sick leave and lots of those costs for Wesley as well.
Greg, thanks for joining us in this discussion. You've had a lot of experience in senior human resource management roles in different organisations. You've come here to Wesley and you've been introduced to the Staying On program. Have you got some reflections?
I'm getting older myself, and so one of the things when I came here about 12 months ago was, and I saw the Staying On program, I thought this is really unique, and that the organisation actually supports the program and supports its workers in this space, because I don't want to retire, and I think that there's a fair number of people in life generally, not just in Wesley Mission Brisbane, who don't want to retire either. They want to be able to do something into the future. Some of that might be in the paid workforce and some of that might not be, but the whole concept of retirement actually scares me, because it's sort of like where's the nearest exit and the rubbish tip, you know, am I destined for that? I'm not, and neither are other people. We've got things that we can actually bring to the table into the future, but organisations need to allow us the opportunity to do that, and I'm really excited that Wesley Mission Brisbane is creating that opportunity through the Staying On program.
Thanks very much to everyone for being part of what I think has been a very, very rich conversation. It makes the point, I guess, that it's important to be talking about what's happening to ourselves at different life stages. Staying On is a program that's really focused on Wesley Mission saying we want you to stay on, but we want you to be able to stay engaged, staying contributing, we want you to stay healthy and safe, and if you do leave, and you will, we want you to stay connected with us as an organisation that's been a substantial part of your life. Thanks very much for being with us today.